Hello everyone, today is Wednesday, December 19th. It's 4:09 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The futures markets just closed about 10 minutes ago. You can see my computer clock on my right. And on my left is the time in sales, the E-mini S&P closing at 2502.75. Quite a day today with the Fed announcement. In the videos, I want to start doing a little more education, talking about not only algorithmic trading but discretionary trading, and so this is a pretty good opportunity to do that and showcase the BWT precision indicators and how you might use them. So here I have plotted the precision trend, and this is part of my trading setup here. Really good signals in this volatility on the indicators. And the moving averages I use here. Notice the first drop and then the first pullback. This is a really common pattern. And notice how the averages kind of tighten up here in the test. And so this is to the higher moving average here. This is what I have here is the MA convergence, which plots four moving averages. It plots a 9, 18, EMA and a 5 and a 45 SMA, and then I have a weighted moving average with a period of 30, and that's the one at the very top here. Actually, one at the very top is the 45. The weighted moving average I don't really need here, so I'm just going to remove it. So the precision MA, the MA convergence is actually all these moving averages here, and when they converge is often where the signal turning point is. You can see it here and you can see it here. So this lines up pretty nicely with the oscillators. There's only a couple of oscillators that I trust, and they are basically my own. So this is a combination of percent R and stochastics, and then the precision oscillator is more like a kind of like a true strength index. And so above and below 0 on this is most reliable signal. And it's also, when using an oscillator, it's whether it makes a full oscillation from top to bottom. So it takes a little practice to read an oscillator. It doesn't always have to make a full oscillation from overbought to oversold. When you get half a cycle, as we call it, and that's what it's called when it makes an oscillation that's not all the way to the top. It's a half cycle, and now here is a test. So that's a little bit about using oscillators, but the indicators give excellent signals. In discretionary trade, I go down to a 987 tick as my faster chart. This is the E-mini S&P, and of course you have to consider how much volume is in the instrument that you're trading. So on this chart there's a lot more swings, and I have the sensitivity of the trend indicator set at 1. So that's pretty tight sensitivity. I want the swing as early as possible. I don't care too much about some of the noise. I could make the sensitivity a little bit higher and probably smooth out these red bars, but I want the earliest entry for my swing here. I also have the BWT Precision MA with the AMA option, the Adaptive Moving Average. If I were to take out the moving average convergence, this is pretty good just by itself. Looking for the average to turn red and blue, and this kind of helps me with the noise here. Notice the best trades are the pullback to the averages, always the pullback to the averages, and sometimes it goes beyond the averages. In addition to this, I'd be looking at the advanced decline and the tick, and then this screen here. I look at the cash indices with the BWT trend indicator plotted on them. Now I usually plot the NDX and the OEX, but I'm not getting data for them. I have to get that set up. I have it on TradeStation, which I look at, but in NinjaTrader I don't have it here. But anyway, I plot the trend indicator on the cash indices because the cash leads the futures, and the signals here with the indicators, these are 3-minute charts, are pretty smooth, as you can see. So if you follow the cash, you'll often notice that the futures are going to follow the direction of the cash, and there's often a little bit of a jump on the cash before the futures move. And then finally, looking at the advancers and decliners gives you a good indication of where the market's going. So you can see right here at the 2 o'clock hour that the decliners surged forward, and then there was a little bit of battle for control, and as the market plunged, the declining stocks went up. So looking for the bars to be greater than they were, just looking for the trend will give you an indication of who's in control. That's the question you always want to be asking yourself: who's in control, the buyers or the sellers? Okay, so that's all for today's session about the indicators and discretionary trading. I hope to do more of this in the coming videos covering our indicator performance and some other tips and tricks for other types of trading other than algorithmic.